Hi, welcome back to Cowtown Colorworks. We're coming to you from the North Market in downtown Columbus.
Notice how I always make you go first.
You always make me go first. I'm Lori, my cat girl on Instagram and Ravelry.
I'm Heidi, Blue Eyed Knitter on Instagram and Heidi Knits 14 on Ravelry.
And we're going to get out and about and do some on-location podcasting. So that's what we're doing today. We just had lunch.
At the North Market, which is
the North Market.
A wonderful place.
It is. I wonder if I can show them. Yeah. I'm sorry if I make you nauseous. It's a outdoor market. It's also thundering.
If you hear that.
So we're going to make such a quick one today. I have a finished object. Do you?
I do.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Heidi has a finished object.
I finally finished my hat. This is my version of the Hermione Hortz Ron.
I love
hat. Only my version because I did it in worsted weight rather than software fingering weight that the pattern did. I cast it on just a few less stitches. It's Madeline Tosh in the Baltic colorway. It's Tosh Vintage, which I just love.
So pretty.
And I know I mentioned I was going to keep this for myself because I rarely keep things for myself, but my daughter already claimed it, put it on her head.
Don't show her things.
I want that.
Send her to college.
I know, but it makes me so I don't know,
happy
thrilled when she likes that object.
I understand completely.
So yeah,
I only have a half finished. I finished the knit for my little cousin. I'm not entirely happy with it, so we'll see if it gets frogged or if I start over. I have enough yarn. It's totally cute, and I like the color. It's the Deborah Norville Amethyst. There's just some errors. Apparently, when you knit on the bicycle at the gym, you mess things up frequently. So, but I like it. It's just a few rows of garter, some straight knitting, some more garter to make the hole for the thumb, and then put it on. I think it will fit me. It's not, the proportions aren't quite right because I made it for a child, but it's big too, so it might be too big for her.
I like it with your nail polish.
With my nail polish. It's Pelotonia season. I'll be riding. I did 42 miles last weekend, and a couple weeks we'll do 50, and then it'll be over. And with my fundraising for the year.
I did finish my socks too. I didn't bring them to show. They're just done. Y'all seen them plenty of times. They're just socks.
Socks. We like socks.
Socks
are fun.
I'm done.
That's one of my cast-ons this week. What did you cast on?
Oh, I did cast on.
We need to take pictures in this bright sunlight. I'm telling you, this yarn looks fabulous.
Hopefully. I can't see us in the camera.
No, I'm looking at the yarn. It's not on the screen down here.
Let me find the page. All
right, while she's finding her page, I cast on. These are going to be shop samples for us. This is my King Neptune. So the colorway I did was King Neptune. So I skeined them up. I will tell you, I'm on the Huntrey ball winder. I have been through 2 of the knit picks, and I do not wind up that much yarn, and they both broke. So we're not going to go that route again. Although they did replace the first one, which was nice, but then the second one broke.
They have really good customers.
They do. Unfortunately, the product wasn't great. So this is just, obviously I just cast on, did my rib stitching, and now I'm into the straight knitting. We'll see how long it gets. I love the yarn. It's so pretty. Not sure how good you'll see it out here. Just a lot of different colors in it. And it reminded me of Under the Sea, so King Neptune it is. And that I cast on the other day on my Deborah Norville size 2. These are a little long. These are 6 inches. I really like the 5-inch ones, but I'll make it work. It's not a big deal. In my new bag that I made, this will be in the shop, or is in the shop. This is the Lake Life. Oh, I have a moped stitch marker, or a progress keeper, and an arrow. This is for my Pelotonia. That's their one goal in Cancer. They do the arrows, so I made some arrows. But the Lake Life bag. It's all about camping in summer. So I stuck it in there just because this one had an error and I couldn't sell it. So I'm like, well, it's now mine. Because I don't mind.
All right, so
she found it.
I did find it. I've got a couple patterns out of, I don't know if you're going to see this, Botanical Knits by Alana Dacos. I love, love, love this book. I've knit a shawl in here and a sweater out of this book, but what I casted on today is the Oak Trail, the Oak Trail hat. You start out knitting the brim flat on it, and I'm doing it in Cowtown Colorworks, the sorbet colorway. tell if you're seeing it, but
You're seeing it.
you're right. It kind of reminds me of the candy corn for fall.
It does.
But I think I would do like another version, maybe with some browns,
Yeah.
something like that. But
I
I love
like
the color,
sparkles.
and yeah, it does sparkle. It has some spirulina in it, but it's superwash merino. So anyway, this is the brim. You start out, you're gonna get like a long stem that ultimately goes into the leaf there.
And you have to pick
And
up.
then, yeah, you pick up stitches and do the rest of the hat. Gosh, I hope you're seeing this. We don't have to edit like crazy.
No, you're seeing it. I can see it between
Okay.
us. We have the sunshine. Oh, and the thunder. Do you hear it?
Yeah. Anyway, I highly recommend this book. She's actually on a second version, a second part 2, I guess,
Okay.
of Botanical Knits. She's on Ravelry. Every pattern in here, if you got the e-version, has a link that will take you to Ravelry to like page where people that were knitting the patterns as they went, they like answered questions. Yeah, they post their projects. The designer herself will, if you ask questions, she responds to your questions. I wanted to show real quickly the shawl that I did because it's probably my favorite thing that I've ever knit. Sorry, I'm wasting time.
Time keeps on ticking.
I will find it. Singing. That's what I do.
That's okay.
Singing is allowed on the podcast.
Singing is not well, but it's fun. I do it.
Well, I'm looking. You can all see the background. A little bit of
You
downtown
can.
Columbus.
I'll show you what I'm working on, which is my campsite. Made a lot of progress on this. Do you find it?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, go.
Well,
That's
that's
a
part of
color.
it anyway. The wrapped in leaves shawl. Yeah, I should have brought it with me to show, but I did it in like a green and brown yarn.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I love how the leaves you pick up and I think it's called an applied border, but
Yeah.
you pick up and knit the leaves.
And those are like all the rage right
Her
now.
pictures are just
apparently.
beautiful in this book.
She, I think, has a book of children's knits as well.
She has a whole lot of bunch of different books. She's done like collaboration books with other designers. I made a sweater out of here too. But... Okay, go on.
Okay. Little cat fur. Chloe's with us in spirit. My campsite shawl. Made a lot of progress. I was here the last time. I added the gold that I dyed out of alpaca.
You made a lot of progress on that.
I've made a lot of progress. Apparently, I'm sort of a monogamous knitter. I have work knitting and home knitting, and I just like to get it done. I feel like I could have a lot of projects going if I don't make myself finish before I start something big. For this is pretty big. So, I'm actually at the last repeat on charts 7 and 8, so that'll be the last, and then it's a border rib stitching. But I've got quite a bit of the Three Irish Girls in the Harps and Thistle colorway. This is the DK weight. I have quite a bit of this stuff, so I'm going to do another set of repeats, I think, because I also have another ball of the gold, 50 grams of the gold. So I cut that in half. So I think what I'll do is just keep going until I have enough for a couple rows to start the rib stitching and then start the border. I think that'll be a good transition. I really want it super big and swishy. I want it to be able to like wrap around and wear it in the fall if we're out by maybe a fire pit or if we're on the cruise. They do have, we're back to the cruise, they have evening movies by the pool and it gets a little chilly, so I think I would love that.
I'm just sweating up a storm.
I know there's
Tell
moisture
you.
involved, sorry. But
Well, that in addition to probable menopause, I just have every day's a hard day. But and if you hear a lot of background noise, we are across from the Columbus Convention Center, and there's a 31 Bags convention going on. So there's a lot of like pink t-shirts.
a lot of 31
A lot of 31 Bags.
consultants here, which is kind of cool. I mean, Columbus is definitely it's a small town, big city, I guess. I mean, the feel of it is definitely not New York, Chicago, but
It's very arty down here.
yeah.
I love coming down here. Like in front of the North Market there's a bunch of vendors selling like handmade crafts and things. And it's really nice. Okay, so I didn't bring like some of the things that I haven't made fun of.
Right.
Like my Helen Stewart Pebble Beach shawl, which is in timeout because I'm angry at it.
It or you, Heidi?
No, I'm angry at it.
Oh, it didn't. Sorry.
Well, I guess I'm angry at myself for something that I did it's causing me to rip out 2 rows. And it's because I was trying to rush through it and finish it. I mean, Helen Stewart, you're lovely. Your pattern is lovely.
I didn't have any issues except for when I curled the knit.
You know what the issue is? You
Why?
finished yours first, and I'm trying to rush.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna blame you and put you in
It's
timeout.
my
too.
fault. I'm in timeout. Can I take my pants side with you?
Yes, you can. Thanks. Love you, Lori.
Love you, Heidi.
Anyway, so in times of stress, I take to the spindle.
I love that. It's pretty.
This is one of my bats from Glen Aaron Fibers. There.
Oh,
I
it's
think I see
sparkly.
it there. It is sparkly. It has a lot of Angelina and has like this beautiful pink, dark pink, sparkly Angelina. I finished one which was darker, more reds and blues in it, and I didn't bring that with me, but you get the hint. I'm doing these as singles, thick and thin. Yeah, I'm trying to get thinner because ultimately I do want to practice flying on the spindle and see how that goes. I was thinking I have 5 more of these, and I'll wind them onto like paper towels or whatever,
Right.
and then try flying, I guess. And then ultimately, I'd like to like knit maybe mitts or a cowl out of it.
Something.
I have dreams of grandeur, so many things I want to knit and not fly.
It's been a sweater.
That I won't do. No, probably not. Because that's just way too much work.
Some people do it. I think I've heard.
Yeah. So I've heard
Not me.
a spackle. I think that's what someone called it. A spin along knit along. Spin and knit along. Spackle.
I know one. Maybe it's yarn gaffer.
Yeah,
I
she
think
was
they
doing
did a
one.
spackle for socks. I don't know. I'm still working on that merino, and it's a really lovely bulky worsted.
I don't know if you saw that. I just
worsted bulky weight maybe. I think what I'm going to do, this sounds super fun to me, is I'm going to knit some coasters and then felt them. Throw them in the washer and see what happens. 'Cause, I mean, it's not going to be enough to make anything of largeness, but I love coasters, and that would be super fun. And if they turn out nice, I can gift them. Because I have bought my first Christmas present of the season. I did for Sarah, of course. Well, what'd you buy? I won't say what exactly it is, but
she's gonna watch.
no, well maybe, but every year for Christmas, since she started college, I coupon and collect health and beauty aids. So different, hand spray, shampoo, toothpaste, just expensive stuff. And she's just recently graduated from college about 2 years ago. So I still do it. She loves it. Laundry soap, fabric softener. I mean, just household stuff so she won't have to. I'll stock her up for about 6 months. And I start now, and I coupon for it. So I got 2 boxes for free at CVS with my coupons and my rewards. So they'll go in her little household box.
Crack me up.
Who loves
You're
her
the
cupcake?
Queen couponer.
I do love my coupons. I can't help it. I went couponing too. I'm telling you, I coupon so I have money for yarn. That's how it works.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. I try not to overspend on yarn, although I don't have it all with me, but I did go to our local yarn shop, one of them, that's in Akron. I went to Yarn It and Haberdashery, which is in Grove City, Grandview. I don't know where. And I got some opal Halloween colorway, and I got some Baroque socks. Baroque socks. If I had it, I would know. But I also, for the Baroque, which is a very fall color, I got some lime green to do the heels and toes. I just think that's fun. Oh, that'll be cute. But now I have these casted on because we need some shop samples, and I want to see what our yarn looks like. Yeah, just to get a better idea of what where we want to go next with it. So I thought I can wait on the other socks and start those up later. But
How many minutes are we at?
we're only at 14. We have time.
Okay, cool. Because you mentioned wanting to get a certain someone a knit dictionary.
Yes. She knows that.
Okay. So anyway, this book, half price books, where I got it, $7.99. You could get super deals there.
On any national chain?
I believe it is. Okay. I don't know. But anyways, it has a lot of, it's a big technique section. And then tons and tons of like stitch. Like
Different
basically a
stitches.
stitch dictionary.
She needs something like that.
And one that I love in here, because I know I said I wasn't going to go down that rabbit
Right.
hole for knitting a sock blanket.
She did.
I don't know what they're called.
She jumped
Cozy
on board.
memories, whatever they are. But
Well, I think that's what the homespun house calls them, but scrap yarn blanket.
so this full bag, if you can see it, is full of my sock scraps.
Oh, nice.
And they're quite a mess. But
Okay.
at any rate, this has pattern for a domino square, is what they call it. So you knit the squares, and then you can knit as you go. Like take out stitches
I
and
think
knit
that's
as
what
you go.
they're using. Oh yeah, because everybody was talking a lot. Well, not everybody, but the few podcasts that I watched were talking about these lines down the middle are not in the same direction, but they were okay with that.
Well, you keep. That's where you do. I think it's like an increase or something.
Yeah.
You move the stitch markers out, and it gets bigger. So
And in theory, you can line up those. Ooh, there's beading.
yeah, there's beading here. There's so many things. Like
Okay,
I haven't given up on designing those knits.
Yeah, you have to give up already?
No, I have not given up. So I'm gonna go through here. I got some cute
Style.
patterns and give it a
Stitches
try.
and stuff.
Different stitches.
And there's some
different
repair things. That's nice because this is something.
This would be good for her.
Sarah and I learned to knit at the same time from Heidi. My first project was a shawl. No, a scarf. Sarah purchased the stuff to do a hat, and then she bought everything to make a sweater. And I kind of doing.
She started the sweater.
She sure did. She has one panel done. So she's still working on it. I need to get. She was over yesterday, and we went to Joanne, and they had a huge clearance sale on some. It's acrylic alpaca, Burnett. So I picked some up to make some gifts for folks that, again, I like the acrylic blends because they can wash them and don't have to worry so much when they have kids and about it. And it was nice, and they had that really soft pink because apparently Vogue Knitting says that the color this year is going to be pastels for winter. Winter pastel. This color pink will be the new color. There's some cute stuff in there I wanted to knit. I'm still on the hunt for a sweater pattern or cardigan.
When I look at yarn, I look at yarn a lot. I'm drawn to speckled colorways.
Our Dr. Seuss speckles.
Speaking of knitting, beginner knitting, teaching people to knit.
She is.
Very exciting. I didn't bring the card with me, but a local quilt shop in my town, downtown Cowtown. It's called the Quilt Store Next Door. Hi, Shelly, if you're watching. You're probably not. But she had an ad up. I guess she's had some interest in people wanting to learn to knit. So I went in and met with her, brought her some products that I've done, showed her our yarn. So not only am I going to be able to teach a beginner knitting class, but we're going to rent some space in her shop. We're going to share a booth with someone else and have our yarn on the shelf. So I think it's a really cool way to get our yarn seen, get our foot in the door. She does, the shop is gorgeous. There's someone who comes in and teaches crochet there, and she rents out space for, it's almost like consignment in a way, I think.
It is. They're old houses in this town. Pickerington has them too. They're houses in the main street, and they turn these houses into shops. So she's got upstairs, downstairs, and there'll be little booth spaces set up.
But she right now, she has someone who, I think the person who teaches crochet has a lot of crocheted items there. Cutest hats and things. Soap, jewelry.
Maybe
a lot of handmade,
but it's all going to be handmade items or
yeah.
supplies. We'll fit in there with our stitch markers. Maybe not the bags because she does sell fabric. So
she's beautiful fabric. If you're
I want to look up the fabric.
You need to. Well, you're going to come with me. She has a social, SEW. Social.
Oh, a social.
Couple. I don't know if it's monthly or what, but we're going to the one on August 14th. And it'll be fun because we don't on the east side of town. There's not a lot. There are no yarn shops.
And I can't. The closest knit along kind of knit night that I could find is in Gahanna, which is a good half an hour from us. And then there's Grandview at the yarn. We're going to go there. She has a spinning class for the spindle. But there's there's 3 or 4 shops here, but they're not on our side of town. And Columbus is pretty spread out.
It's kind of funny when I was in there. When we were talking and stuff, but my eyes kept wandering to all of the pretty fabric, color everywhere, and when you love color, it's just beautiful stuff. Very nice people. You can go in there, take your sewing machine, work on your project. She's got classes. I don't know. I'm just really excited, mostly to stay in my community and do things in my community. I just feel it's important to support and buy local. Yeah, I don't know. That starts in September. I think we'll set up our little booth in September.
Which is fine. I mean, we need to get yarn. I think we need to try to source some economy yarn, not necessarily.
Well, I think when I just remember back to being a beginner knitter, and to me, I tried to save $20 on this and I think there's a way to bring the yarn, indie dyed yarn, to the market at a more affordable price point.
We just need to look at different blends. It might not be 100% wool, but that's okay. I mean, that even the Deborah Norval, the Serenity, is a nice bamboo, merino, nylon blend.
There's even alpaca that you can
get
reasonable. And
just get people to know what an indie dye is. If these are new knitters, new crafters, they may not.
We are Cowtown Colorworks, saving the world one knitter at a time.
That's right. We're gonna teach them all. And they're all gonna come sit in my
basement. You know what, too? I'm actually hoping, though, I want to kind of pick up Coke again. That also excites me because I tried.
Heidi needs to stop picking things up because when she does, then I get sucked in. And
You have some serious sewing skills. You make beautiful bags, so I'm telling you, when you see the fabric.
I don't have the patience for knitting, for quilting. I think I could do quilted bags, like a mock quilted bag even. Piece some fun fabrics together, cut them into some bags. I think that would be fun. I don't know that I could do an entire quilt. And it's not the piecing together, it's the quilting. I don't understand that sewing the quilting on my machine, and I'm certainly not hand sewing it. I gotta make a sweater.
I don't have her card on me here, but it's the quilt store next door, downtown Pataskla, right on Depot Street. She's moving to a bigger location, also on Depot Street. But we'll put a link in the show notes because she's on Instagram, she's on Facebook, she's on Etsy too.
That's good. We'll get a little recognition there. We can give her some. We can share the love.
I really appreciate having someone to get advice from.
Right.
It's easy to get discouraged early on when you're,
trying to start out.
Bringing a product that the market's a little saturated, and you want to do something different, put a different spin on it, but overall, really just spread the love of knitting and crochet, just yarn crafts in general. I mean,
absolutely.
I can spend hours in a yarn shop at a yarn festival. I have, or in a fabric shop. Yeah, the beauty of all the color and the inspiration that comes from that. I don't know.
I think we're gonna get out there because we're gonna go to Yarn It as soon as I gotta find the night that the owner's there, so I can talk to her about carrying our yarn. She does carry local and she does carry indie dye, but I don't know that there's a lot of indie dyers in Columbus or in this area or that have reached out to her, so that kind of benefits us. So we'll be able to do that and kind of get the party started. And my schedule frees up here in the next couple of weeks after my riding. I train on Wednesdays and then have them baking 8 dozen cupcakes every Thursday night, which thank goodness I've made my $1,250 goal, so I don't have to cupcake anymore. Which I love making them and I love selling them. I mean, they go, but it gets very cumbersome on Thursday night. So I got those nights freeing up here in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll be able to go get out in the community more. And go to the Knitters Guild meeting next month on the 19th of August.
I tell you how hot it is right now.
It's hot, I'm sweating.
But there's sweat pouring down my back.
Yep, on my leg. I was like, I'm going to touch my sweat. So I think on that note that we started talking about sweaty backs.
I guess we should probably end right here.
Yes, we should. And I think I hear more thunder coming. It might rain today. It's been a beautiful weekend. No more rain, I would like to say, but
we were hoping to podcast from Dale Park, and we were worried that the rain would just come down on us.
Right. And we were here, and
another time.
I will tell you, literally, we're sitting in the middle of the sidewalk, and people are staring at us.
Yeah.
We don't care. We don't care. All right. Well, you have a great day, and thanks for watching us. I hope you come back next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.